Kansas City, Missouri at venerable Arrowhead Stadium. Tonight, we finish off Week 6 with a good Monday nighter between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They started on the ground with Eckler. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. This defense for the Chiefs, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He's able to find Miller. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there of 20 yards. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Here's Herbert. Miller. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And it's picked up by the Chiefs.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of the game has a mental image of how they expected it.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Justin Herbert with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Chargers are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
22 yards there, a 1st down.
never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank, and the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
To throw again on second down, Herbert. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice game for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Gerald Everett, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now. I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan, being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's got some space here. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed, because let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Miller. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Here's 2nd and 10. From the 50, here's Herbert. Looking Austin Eckler's way again. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good, and then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Throw left side, complete to Tony. And they'll work this down inside the 30. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And picked up by the Chargers. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that. That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, what a battle this is within the division, because these guys, they've got the lead, but not by much. On the other side of the field, they're knocking on the door and trying to equal them in the wins category.
And I love that second part that you talked about, equaling them in the wins category, because if somehow you get down to the end of the year and they're tied in record, head-to-head's always the first tiebreaker. So the winner of this game, they'll have a big advantage.
And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
43.
On first down, Mahomes. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 20-yard line. Give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 15.
Well, Brand, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement, because what's done is done. Let's get him next time out.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up a great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I can put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And this one caught by Travis Kelce. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. From the 10. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have this all the way out to the 50-yard line. Excellent field position.
During the week, the special teams coach puts together a game plan that he presents to the head coach. And in every game plan, there's one big play that he points to the head coach and says, listen, when we need it, we can go to it. I think they did exactly that on that one.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 75 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff as they run left side. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
2nd and 5 now. Mahomes. Now they go screen. It's complete. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. Out left, he's got it to Everett. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. It's complete. It's Miller. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down.
There we go, sack.
They'll run for it with Eckler. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he shortened the line to gain. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some room to roam now. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Out to his left. Finds his man. It's Kelsey on the crossing route here. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the 2nd half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. Hands it off out of the gun. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Williams brings it in. 20, 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And, Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with career touchdown number 60. And the Chargers have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things,
you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
133 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. Right back to him on first down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, 59 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the third quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Up the middle with Eckler, and he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Campbell making the catch. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Herbert going to keep it on the sneak, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Justin Herbert, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chargers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. From the gun, they'll try to run it. 212 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Catch is made by Hardman. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, that neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's complete to Tony. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And that's intercepted yet again. And that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. The 20. 10, 5, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Extra point try now for Patterson. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score, Chargers 42, Chiefs 28.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's Mahomes. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And they take a knee. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with